Welcome back, MCL here, and I want to wrap up the week of the stock market. We had a holiday weekend, and we started Tuesday, Wednesday bullish like anything. Dow was up over 1,000 points in those 2 days. Then we had Thursday, market was sort of up, but not so convincing, and then ended up being down on, I believe, Trump's tweet about Hong Kong. And then yesterday on Friday, the market had a lot of swings back and forth, but ended up really relatively near the highs. Nasdaq up 1.29%, S&P up 0.48%, and the Dow down 0.07%. It's interesting that last Friday we pretty much had the same thing, back and forth, and market ending up with the Dow being slightly down. Very funny. Okay, so I think that in general the market's been on a tear. We've been up since last Friday, which is already 4 out of 5 days if you add Friday in. I personally think that Monday the volatility will keep dropping and the market will find a way up. But I do think that this week might be a little bit of a challenging week for the bulls. I think that the bears might actually get a little bit of what they want. I think that the volatility on Tuesday or Wednesday or Monday, but most probably Tuesday, will probably reverse and start going up and actually close in a convincing way, most probably on Friday. Friday has been a failure for the bears for months. Even when the market was crashing, interestingly enough, most of the Fridays weren't convincingly down for the bears. Even when the market was down a lot, remember in February and March when the market was crashing, even then Friday wasn't so strong. Interesting stat. But right now, I do think that there's a possibility that next week, if you want to put your trading hat on, we just might get a spike in volatility towards the second half of the week, which means the market might give back some of its gains that it makes most probably on Monday, this coming Monday, and a lot of this past week that we had. I think the market's in a bull run. I think we have a few more weeks at least for this, right? We're now starting the 9th week of this bull run. So I see that we still have more running room, but it could be next week will be a down week for the market. Possibly. Not at all betting anything. I'm not putting money to work yet. But if I see that Tuesday or Monday we have some sort of reversal and the volatility starts going up, I might take it more seriously. It could be we'll close higher in the volatility and lower in the market. I still think it's a holding pattern for the market. I wouldn't, only if you like to trade, I would say trade it. Otherwise, just hold and wait for the market to do its final run before most probably will pull back in a significant way. Not next week, probably in 3-4 weeks from now. Okay, in any event, let's just look at last week. On Friday, we had the Russell 2000 was down, which is a negative indicator for the bulls. The VIX was down, which is a positive indicator for the bulls. And I'm sure it's impressive, especially since it was probably up a lot on Friday, considering the fact it dropped towards the end, is a very positive telling for the bulls. Copper was up, oil was up a lot, but the 10-year was down a lot also. So we have up copper, up oil, which is good, and the 10-year treasury being down is negative. So we have the Russell and the 10-year being down, and we have the VIX being down, which is good, and copper and oil being up, which is good for the bulls. So basically, it's mixed indicators. What I would basically do is just hold and see what next week brings. We're in a bull market. You don't want to do anything drastic. But keep in mind that next week, after a holiday weekend, the week after that, sometimes is a reverse sort of kind of week. And from the past week we just had was extremely bullish. We might have some sort of a bearish outside week this coming week. Might not. I think Monday will still be positive, but most probably either the end of Monday or Tuesday, you might see some sort of reversal that I'm going to take a little more seriously and try to make money just as a trade for the week. And afterwards, I'll go back to being bullish the week after that. I think we have another few weeks for this. Okay, so really not much more to say. Very impressive the way the market succeeded to be up with a lot of news, a lot of tension, a lot going on. And I'm just saying a cautionary note. If you want to trade or if you want to be a little careful, this coming week might be that kind of week. Although I do think Monday the market will open pretty nicely. And I look at volatility. The VXX ended down. I believe it could be down 5% on Monday, just based on past performance. No real guessing here. Really, I look at the market one day at a time, but I'm looking overall at the general behavior that it's doing now and that it did for months and years that I've been watching it. It seems to me like Monday will be a positive day for the bulls, at least mostly. And then after that, let's see what the market decides to do. The market went down a lot of different days, even this past week, on even Tuesday, Wednesday, when the market was up a lot. It kept having these very scary moments, and it could be it's going to go back to that this week. That's what I'm trying to say. When the market might go down this coming week, especially in the second half, it might try to go to the levels like Thursday that we were down. Friday, we fluctuated a lot yesterday. And we even had Tuesday, Wednesday, even though there were big days for the Dow, the Nasdaq was a little weak. So it could be we're going to kind of retest some of those levels before continuing on to the bull run a little longer. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's kind of be focused. We're waiting for the futures to come out tomorrow night. We'll either do a video tomorrow night or we'll do one maybe Monday morning. Till then, be happy, enjoy the weekend. Bye-bye.